is Charlize Theron raising her male-born 8-year-old as a girl? Was her parenting approach influenced by her own childhood drama? And what is the biggest struggle for Theron as a mother? Hi, I'm Dylan, and you're watching OSSA. Let's figure out what's really happening inside Charlize Theron's private life and family relationships. Painful emancipation. Before she became an A-list celebrity and a mother, Theron had experienced a bitter taste of personal drama. As a child, she suffered from jaundice, and the treatment caused severe problems with her teeth. Can you imagine the absolutely stunning Charlize as an odd-looking teenage outcast? Still, her health and appearance were the least of her struggles. Her father, Charles Theron, was an abusive alcoholic, and life under the same roof with him was a nightmare. The actress confessed she constantly felt insecure because she never knew what a new day would bring. At the age of 15, she witnessed her mom, Gerda, shoot her dad in the head while trying to protect her. The mother faced no charges because it was self-defense, but Charlize was obviously traumatized by what had happened. Since then, Theron's mom has been a central figure in her life, and she still takes her as a red carpet date for big Hollywood events. The tragedy she went through led Charlize to seek therapy, but also showed her that women are empowered to stand up for themselves and their loved ones. And perhaps, thanks to that, she managed to become an iconic actress and a confident woman whose strength might seem intimidating for some men. But who were those men she let close, and who tried to domesticate the wild South African beauty? Boyfriends and LGBTQ activism. Charlize's list of rumored relationships is probably as long as her list of accolades. To date, she has received 100 award nominations and 39 wins for her extensive film work. But back to her boyfriends. Allegedly, during her blooming career, Theron had affairs with Keanu Reeves, Ryan Reynolds, George Clooney, Alexander Skarsgård, Craig Bierko, Jeremy Renner, Seth MacFarlane, and Brad Pitt. But even if any of these men were more than friends to Charlize, they were not real partners. So what about partners? Theron has had a few high-profile relationships that were not hidden from the public eye. In her mid-20s, the actress dated an American singer, Stephen Jenkins, for 3 years. Then came a rather serious relationship of 9 years with an Irish actor, Stuart Townsend. The couple lived together in Los Angeles and Ireland, and although they did not tie the knot, both actors considered themselves married without the actual marriage. Still, Theron ended the relationship in 2001 and didn't have another serious relationship for 4 years. But then Charlize met a man who brought her the closest to marriage she's ever been. After dating Sean Penn for a year, Theron got engaged to him in December 2014. But again, Charlize was the one to take a step back 6 months later. The actress shared she never truly wanted to get married, and that the ceremony is not as appealing to her as it is to some women. But why is she against walking down the aisle? Is it because of her parents' failed marriage? Well, maybe, but there's another important reason too. Theron is a huge supporter of the LGBTQ community, and she publicly refused to get married until same-sex marriage became legal in the United States. As she said in a 2009 interview, "I don't want to get married because right now the institution of marriage feels very one-sided, and I want to live in a country where we all have equal rights." And though the situation with same-sex marriage has changed dramatically since then, the actress has not changed her view on the nuptials. Yes, Charlize is now a full-time single mother of 2, actress, producer, and activist, but she's open to a new romance, calling herself shockingly available. Still, Theron says she'd rather be single than with somebody who doesn't let her be who she is. Come on, guys of Hollywood, step up and give this woman a relationship she deserves. Adoption struggles. While Charlize never dreamt of a white wedding dress and veil, adoption was always a priority for her. As she shared in a 2018 interview, "Even when I was in relationships, I was always honest with my partners that adoption was how my family would look one day. This was definitely not a second option for me. It was always my first." Theron adopted her first child, Jackson, in 2012, when she had just started dating Sean Penn, and the actress made it clear that, to her, motherhood was more important than a romantic life. Even when the couple got engaged, Charlize went for a second adoption as a single mother, filing all the paperwork alone. And in 2015, Theron became a mother for the second time, welcoming baby August. Looking back at the adoption process, the Bombshell star confessed that adoption is by no means easier than pregnancy, and it may take much more time to become a mother through adoption. Both of her children happen to be from the USA, although Charlize filed for adoption in every country where she was allowed to do so as a single parent. "I wanted to believe that somehow my child would find me in the way that we were just meant to be, so I wasn't specific with anything." Still, it took her 2.5 agonizing years and 7 broken hopes and attempts before the first child eventually came into her life. "I vividly remember seeing Jackson through a window. I got out of the car and I saw her through the window. Someone was holding her and my heart just jumped out of my body and I almost couldn't catch it," she shared. But did she ever regret her decision during the sleepless nights? According to Charlize, she enjoys every minute, every mistake, every bad and good day of being a parent. And of course, she's grateful to her mother Gerda for being around and helping her to co-parent. So was Theron's motherhood journey a happy one? And why do so many people blame her for abusing children's rights and promoting an unhealthy parenting trend? Jackson's coming out. In April 2019, Charlize revealed that her elder child Jackson, now 8 years old, born male, identified as a girl. Although Theron was trying hard to protect her children's privacy, reporters made dozens of speculative pictures with Jackson being absolutely comfortable in beautiful dresses and sandals with butterflies, wearing long multicolored braids and makeup. While Charlize is not the first mother to raise kids without gender stereotypes, there were overall concerns about the fact that she was not simply dressing Jackson in gender-neutral clothes, but explicitly the ones most associated with femininity. Still, the actress claims that it was not her decision. "I thought she was a boy too," she said, "until she looked at me when she was 3 years old and said, 'I'm not a boy, so there you go.' I have 2 beautiful daughters who, just like any parent, I want to protect and I want to see thrive." According to different sources, Jackson would reportedly act out and throw tantrums about wanting to be dressed as a girl. The behavior got so bad that Charlize finally gave in. Still, many people believe that a child as young as 3 is not capable of making such important gender decisions. So can Charlize be blamed for respecting and supporting her kid's choice? The Hollywood star said her job as a parent is to celebrate her children and make sure they have everything they need in order to be what they want to be. But some people ask if Jackson could have decided that she felt like a girl because she was lacking male attention. Being around her mother and grandmother without a male role model around could also have influenced her self-perception. Maybe the kid merely admires her feminist single mom to the extent of wanting to be like her. A parent against society. Charlize's unconditional support of her child was not a popular approach among others. Overall, society was mostly outraged and called Theron the worst mom, even accusing her of child abuse. The actress received a lot of negative comments about her parenting methods on her Instagram account. Some naysayers believe that by indulging her kids' whims, Charlize is raising her child to be an object of bullying. Others keep asking in a rude manner why she adopted a boy if she wanted to raise girls. And there are even those who believe that Charlize's race won't allow her to provide the right upbringing to African American children. Fortunately, Theron is not alone in her war for equality and acceptance. Her other followers support her, saying that only a great mother can ease their kids' struggles with gender issues. But does Charlize care about what people think? She's made it clear that her children's interests are above all, and she will stand up for them, just like her mother did for her. "There's no doubt in my mind that I will kill for them," she said. So what is Theron's main struggle and purpose in terms of motherhood? Well, her own acceptance is not enough for her children to live and interact happily. So she is fighting for society to respect her kids. In a rare public interview, the actress has opened up about the pain of media misgendering her daughter. "My daughter's story is really her story, and one day, if she chooses, she'll tell her story. I feel like as her mother, for me, it was important to let the world know that I would appreciate it if they would use the right pronouns for her." Charlize confessed that the wrong male pronouns hurt 8-year-old Jackson's feelings. The star also recalled her own period of sexual exploration, when her mom gave her the freedom to discover what she truly was. "My mom always said, 'Figure it out. I don't want you to be me. Go figure it out what it is for you.' And I think it was because of that I got to share those things with her. When I did go on those explorations, I had this person that I could share it with, that I felt safe with, who wasn't going to judge me or label me. But it turns out, I'm straight. It's a little bit of a bummer." So the actress tries to pass the same attitude to her kids. Her 4-year-old daughter, August, recently said she wanted to get married 5 times, and it's gonna be 3 boys and 2 girls. And that is exactly the kind of freedom that Charlize nourishes. Theron is also fighting for an alternative concept of a family, as she is convinced that a mother and a father are not what everyone should have to be complete and happy. And same-sex couples, as well as single parents, have significantly less rights to build a family, even though there are so many children in need. So what do you think of Charlize Theron's parenting journey? And what would you do if your child identified as the opposite gender? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and make sure you are subscribed to our channel. And as always, stay awesome!